Yeah. You guys can probably bear these.
Might be good, if you make the king happy, that's going to be great for our case. And maybe even if you bruise him up a little bit, Cersei will be happy. And since we are Lannister Bannerman,
Yeah.
We are Lannister Bannerman.
only good things can come from this, surely.
I just
realized that's our shield. We're Lannister
Weird
Bannerman.
as it is, you quickly learn that this woods was actually rather wealthy and was betrothed to the Locust House's only female Marita Locust.
Well, Logan. Oh.
What?
Wait, what?
Brother and sister?
No.
What? No.
No.
Langley Woods was betrothed to Orton's sister
Oh.
and Nathan's sister.
The one, isn't that the one who disappeared?
No, that is the Dannett sister.
wow.
I'm out.
So Langley
These
Woods,
sisters.
wealthy knight, betrothed to Marita, sister of Orton, and Norton, or whatever his name is, the brute.
Oh,
She's the
those
only
guys.
sister.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so they were betrothed, and so someone poisoned him. Well, who's this Marita? Can we get any?
But it's getting ridiculous. If we, then why didn't we just poison everyone? Why only those two? They don't have.
Yeah,
a case.
why only those two? That's the real
You
question.
quickly hear whispers of Marita named as the Black Widow.
Oh.
Apparently, this is her third betrothed who's died.
Oh.
Well, then it's definite. People should be able to understand this has nothing to do with us.
Would I feel like on a spreader rooming trail? Get the blame off us to them.
Well, if
She's
we
known to have quite a hand on her brother's actions, and she's a very big woman. Some say that she is. Some call her Gregor Clegane with a wig. Describe her.
yeah.
She has this sort of Loga's strength in her. Very fiery woman as well. Quite a temper. However, marrying her does give you a lot of brutes on your potential side. It has not really worked out for anyone, though.
Well, if we wanted to poison anyone, it would have been best to poison the old dude to win. So it doesn't make any sense. Why would we poison a guy we don't even know who he is?
Well, as far as I see it, someone poisons Dennett to blame us. They play up a conflict between Dennett and us. They make him. They poison him. And to maybe we got too close to something, or maybe they just want to. I don't know exactly why they would want to take him out. Either because they don't want us to talk to him and sort of sort this out, or just cast more doubt, or maybe he also start to get suspicious actually. So they poison him and he dies under mysterious circumstances. They're trying to implicate us somehow, possibly by trying to give me that bloody dagger that I got rid of. Then Langley Woods, who is betrothed to the sister of Orton, dies. His symptoms, if we check, were they similar to?
It appears so.
Okay, same symptoms. But the same person has poisoned both of them.
Yeah, but she's known as the Black Widow.
I don't even. I'm still reeling. I'm sorry. I'm useless right now.
As the night progresses, quite a few people actually come in to talk to Nadia and Hankas, trying to give them all sorts of advice.
Yeah, don't kill the king being the top one.
Some of them say to just surrender. Others say that would be foolish, as he would want a fair fight, and he would be annoyed if they fought and made it easy for him.
You know, Nadia will stand up and say, I will fight with all my might, and now will you excuse me? And she goes to a room.
Hi.
No, she's just angry.
Well, Hankas
I thought it was only Haggis who was going to fight the king.
You're joining.
both of you.
If you don't want to fight
He
the
can't
king...
fight her alone. He's not even a knight. Like, he's your squire, basically, in this respect.
Yeah, I don't think, like, tradition would actually allow Harkers to just fight the king.
He's your helper.
Yeah.
He doesn't have status enough for that. You talk to the guy.
Meaning you take the honor, he wins.
I'm not even meant to look at the king.
She doesn't want the honor of someone else.
No. She wants to prove herself.
I don't think I'm allowed to look in the same postcode as the king. So.
Regardless, you're pretty good with the sword.
Yeah. And that was with a dice missing.
As it happens, there's a special man that comes sort of to talk to Harkness and say that he has talked about the armor thing, and certainly that could something be done. You know, of course, the lords armor is the one that matters the most, but they find a replacement for Harkness.
All right. Okay.
Perhaps an upgrade even.
Yeah.
Interested?
That'd be
Because
great.
they're a blacksmith. Very
Yeah.
beautiful. You can follow and take a look at it.
Sure. Why not?
Sure. Yeah, your armor will be repaired for this. They'll do it for free if you remember to tell people who did it.
Sure. Yeah. I don't have money to waste on that shit.
Yeah, you'll be taken to
Corporate
a
sponsorship.
quite a far out in the city actually.
Yeah.
By this man who'll bring you to an interesting place.
Right.
It's a rather large sort of smithy, and you'll be brought into a room, and he'll show you a half plate.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
It's been painted black for the occasion, sort of a red brim.
Sure.
Quite very fancy.
Yeah.
Also, is a helmet with a red dragon on top of it.
Red.
Oh no!
I'm not wearing the.
Say that that this is the requested signs from the king himself.
What about-
For what they should look like for this fight.
You cannot win
What
now.
about
I
Nadia?
cannot win.
Is she supposed to wear something like that too?
She's not available to people to talk to right now. She's
Oh
in her
God.
room.
So what you're saying is, oh god.
Oh God.
Well, they're
you
gonna
can't
tell
win.
him,
I'm
right?
not allowed to win.
Say that the armor certainly can be cleaned off afterwards with a good amount of brushing, so he can keep it afterwards if he wants to. Of course, you know.
Right, the plan is going to be to put up a really good fight, right? Put up a really good fight against Robert, but do not win, because if you do, oh gosh.
Well, you know, Nadia is not there to hear it, and this is about honor.
So yeah, what would that?
Oh God.
Oh god.
This is
The
the whole
Targaryen- the
Targaryen stag thing and like dragons and oh God.
He'll also be offered a scarf.
A what?
Yeah, there's a particular lady who's helped with paying for this plate. Generally, we don't give like repairs, okay, but generally, plate mail is pretty pricey. She saw you fight, and she's actually you know, pretty interested in this sort of
Oh.
service. So if you would wear this scarf, really means that, you know, showing that you would hold her in honor during your fighting.
Can I ask what house is she from?
Yes. What house is she from? Greymane, of the Wailing Keep. That place in the northern Riverlands. She was very early widowed. Had an accident where one of her husband, very young husband at that point, like 14, was trying to cross a river, and he drowned.
Seems to be a lot of that going around.
Around River Run.
You know, the widow's tear.
And,
Sure.
and she was smitten.
Sure.
There's a sort of a light blue scarf with a grey dog on it. Sort of a grey dog head, sort of open mouth.
Sure. Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
I'll get somewhere where it's visible.
Yeah. Oh god, I have to... Ah.
Can I add that I'm actually also a part of it?
Yeah, but you ran away.
Didn't run away. She told them I'm gonna fight. And I'm in a bad mood, so leave me alone.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I mean, if she offers, she'll certainly be delivered her armor and asked if there's a special kind of coloring she wants.
She says she
It's
wants.
a knight, they can't really do it without her permission.
Yeah, sure.
No.
She'll tell that she wanted in her house color,
Alright, they can make her house color.
the phoenix.
Yeah. They will make a phoenix on it if she asks.
She will
The armor painters of the
So she doesn't have to wear Targaryen colors.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have to. I mean, if she wants to.
No,
She's like a
doesn't.
noble, so.
No, she doesn't. You in her own house.
Yeah,
But
she
is
gets,
it only?
she gets a choice. Because
Yeah, you get a choice.
You can't just order them around.
No.
So now,
Damn it.
now this
All of a
imagery.
sudden, I agree. And
So, the imagery of a dragon fighting Robert Baratheon.
It's the Trevelyans and the Oh god.
Oh god, this is terrible.
Trevelyans and Targaryens against the Baratheons.
Oh god. Alright, sure, let's just
We
get
were on
this
the other
over
side
with.
of the war originally.
Yeah, we were with Robert. Oh,
on the very next day, a crowd is pretty damn massive. Look at this fight
I can imagine.
as you gather. Or do you go? I guess I should.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Go
go.
to the tourney grounds if you want.
we go.
Alright.
No.
Yeah, Harkus keeps his visor down just because
Sure. It's a
he
very
doesn't want
fancy helmet.
people to kind of see the look of.
Aren't we supposed to go up on the green thingy?
This is fine for now.
Okay.
He doesn't
And
wanna-
Anomander will stand around like he's gripping his
A
cane.
lot of
his
people
knuckles
gasping as they
white,
see the way he's dressed.
just grinding.
Yeah, what the hell are you thinking, Harkus?
I was made to.
How scandalous, Harkus! How
I know,
could
but-
he?
I'm so sorry.
You step into the
Anomander looks at Arwin and says, "This is the doom." Yes.
battlefield.
If I kill him.
Get there to run.
I know
Arwin.
she as well.
Don't look back.
What is going on here?
Where's,
Um,
why is Iris?
Anna, hide.
I don't know. I was dragged into the middle. I don't know.
I was.
You stand here.
Cold
On the other
sweat.
side, a man in rather tall and muscular in a stack plate with
Of
a horn.
Is it before he became fat?
helmet.
No, he is fat.
He is fat. No.
Well, he's kind of.
He's in
It's
his
not that bad at this point.
battle armor.
Yeah.
So he can still fit it. So he's not. Okay, it's not that.
Right. New plan. Wreck him. Just flip the table. Just whatever. Now it's...
He looks sort of stops for a moment as he looks at Harkus. People sort of talking to themselves, scandalous whispers.
This
do
is
we
where
get
it's all a
now?
ploy.
Could Nadia roll a heraldry?
Sure. I don't remember what it is though.
Only Nadia.
It's status.
Oh, status.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, you need to lose to him. Clearly, I mean,
You
I'll put
you
up a
don't
fight.
really like the scarf that Harkus has. You can't recognize it.
You know, I'm very cautious. Harkus will ask Anomander as they're getting there. What should he do with the scarf? Should he keep
You're
it
supposed
visible?
to sort of tuck it in your glove so it hangs out like a
Yeah,
little
but
banner.
does Anomander reckon that he should keep the colours, like show the scarf properly?
if Anomander was certainly not consulted on all of this business, he would have one look at that armor and he would have said, "No, use your broken armor rather than this crap."
I know, but apparently it's the king.
Like who?
Are we really supposed to be that far away from each other?
I mean,
No, you're moving closer.
when they said, I mean, again, if you consulted him and someone said, and you said it was requested. Requested by whom? I would ask.
I don't have a choice.
What?
I didn't. It was either that or broken armor, and the broken armor I would possibly die because
It was requested. It was requested. Wasn't it? Didn't you get told it was requested by?
it was requested by the
himself.
king.
It was. Did they tell you it was requested?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is just like, oh god, it's like there is no way out of that. If the king
I
says-
don't suppose you question that statement because I
Yeah.
have a feeling we're being set up again.
I
here.
was like, the king? Manaki didn't bat an eyelid. Like, what?
We're being set up. We're totally
Yeah.
being set up, aren't we?
The king walks rather fast towards you. His visor's also down.
Well, don't win.
Yeah, it turns out the scarf's been soaked in poison,
well,
and I'm gonna
Halldamir
die.
be one to die then.
No, it's
No,
Are you
probably...
wearing it?
No, don't.
No. The scarf,
Or I don't know.
Do such insult to a lady as to not wear a scarf as a commoner?
we'll keep
it's,
it.
It's up to you. I was not consulted on any of this.
Yeah, we'll keep it. Yeah, Harkus will wear it, but not like fully in view. It's just like you can kind of see it if you look.
You're supposed to wear it in your glove, remember?
Yeah, but you know, it has to be visible when you wear it. But
I mean, if they can't see if you wear it if you don't, if it's not visible. So
yeah, okay, yeah. Oh god.
yes or no?
He keeps it very. He keeps it on like the limit.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
to kind of look.
Say yes or
Yes.
no.
All right. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
wear it, and
Just
if
wear
all
it.
goes south, we're just gonna disown you anyway.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fine.
We don't know any.
I'll go travel the narrow sea again.
Sure. The king stands up. He sort of looks to Nadia, then looks to Harkus. What is the meaning of this?
Oh fuck.
You know, I don't know what's the meaning with him.
Closer.
Harkus kneels.
You better speak quickly.
Yeah, he takes off his helm and says, "Your Grace, if I may." Not looking.
Such insult. He sort of looks, and you're pretty sure he would be fuming, remembering, of course, Nadia at least, the words of House Baratheon.
Yeah. Once all Targaryen is dead.
She looks to Harkus.
Oh, it's just a fury.
Yeah. The blacksmith said that this was requisitioned on your behalf, Your Grace. I wish not to offend.
I think it's best you don't talk, but sure.
Well, he asked, so I
Just
asked.
tell the truth. I suppose.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
the way you
that
can
is the
do
truth.
now.
That is the truth.
He sort of picks up the hammer.
You're dead.
I shall
imagine
teach you the meaning of wrath.
Oh god. Yeah, all hell's gone. Like it's all gone to shit now.
We can still make this work. We can still make this work.
Oh, there's always also the whole
And the free
Armor.
minus whatever, I don't remember.
minus
6.
your armor rating. That's 6, yeah. That is -5, so.
Yeah, right. We do it as a glorious reenactment of the famous battle.
Yeah. Oh god, this is awful.
Trevelyan and Targaryen fought against
Well,
the usurper king.
technically, if it was a reenactment, we'd be on this side.
Yeah,
He knows that I fought on the Baratheon.
Yeah, somebody totally set.
He knows the
Yeah.
he knows the house name. I mean, again, that's the way we will spin it, is to say that it was a reenactment to glorify your majesty.
Should
Yeah.
I attack Haggis?
You're,
Sure. I mean,
You certainly could
11. Yeah.
fight with Baratheon.
Nadia
to-
certainly acts first as she sees Robert the King pick up his heavy warhammer, the stacked sigil, and walk mostly towards Harkus, really. He was the one who's dragging real ire here. As he sort of holds the helmet, sort of a wing sort of breaks slightly. on the dragon helmet.
Yeah.
Is he still kneeling? I suppose he is.
You're such an
Harkus
idiot.
will be like
Marcus.
standing up. Somebody did abandon me in the pub.
What happens when you have like you don't passively notice anything?
Yeah.
You're such an idiot.
Just I'll take
He's
this
a
on my own.
commoner. He's just.
I don't want to ask
Sure,
you
I'll do it.
questions.
He's a commoner.
What
He
does
gets
Nadia
told
do?
what to do.
You might want to like do a proclamation or something, and just say that Foul Targaryen House Trevelyan stands like it did before in the great battle against such oppressors.
And the sort of mimes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Or the alternative is for House Baratheon, charge.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like it's a reenactment, right? That's how we do it. So it's Baratheon and Trevelyan against the Targaryens. As such, maybe you should let the Baratheons take the first swing and then try to support him. Like don't attack yourself. Try to support him against Harkus or something, and like we will do it like that because we don't want to steal the thunder from the king.
No.
We want to have a good fight so the king feel that he is powerful. But we also want to clearly proclaim that we, as such, are certainly on the king's side.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, if you don't want to steal the king's thunder.
So, in short words, don't do anything.
Yeah.
No. I as I said, it's a reenactment. Like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
could you say it with less words?
Just pretend like you're fighting Harkus effectively. You're just assisting the king.
proclaim that, like in times before, House Trevelyan is on the side of House Baratheon against the tyrants, that is the Targaryens. Then you have symbolically, and like you basically told everyone that this is a reenactment we have put up here, and try to assist the king fighting Harkus.
Pretty
You know,
much.
the chance of Nadia thinking that is probably not that high. The thought is, what is going on? Why is he in a Targaryen armor? Aren't we supposed to be a tag team, me and Harkus?
I mean, I would assume that we did not like.
Yeah, we probably talked about the
We
worst
walked-
case scenario.
Well, if we talked about it, maybe we would have told Harkus, maybe that's not a good idea. What you're doing.
I mean, we walked together here, I suppose.
Yeah, we did.
And Amanda going nope, and walking away with.
Yeah, just
I don't
taking Arwin is going away.
You know what?
We
Nadia will do this.
Yeah. Say that it's.
He's still kneeling down, I suppose.
Yeah, let him get up first. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, Harkus won't want to get up.
you can take around, yell the proclamation and set the scene, so to speak.
yeah. Just
Nadia will do this. As always, House Trevelyan has been at the Baratheon side. Get out of our sight.
Tyrant.
Tyrant works.
And she will hit you.
I recommend a cautious attack. Basically, you're holding back to do your own defenses, but in this case, also not to slay
He's
them.
gonna be fine.
The point is probably best to do cautious, just in
But
case.
just best to, yeah.
It also gives the king the thunder, which is kind of
Again,
what we
we're
want.
not fighting this. We're trying to play the theater of it.
Yeah, we're just playing the
but
theatre of
it's not
it.
it's not a feeder.
It is. This is definitely
It
a
is.
theater.
Yeah. Definitely a theatre.
That would hit.
Yeah.
Does Harkus defend himself?
Harkus.
So you just let himself die.
No, Harkus will stand and
Scramble back.
scramble back, yeah.
He does get cut, so.
He does. That is 2. And... 2.
She does 5 damage, right?
5. And... it's absorbed by the armor then.
Oh. So 2 times 5 is 10.
2 times 5 is 10, or I'll take 1 health damage.
Don't you take... I think you take 3 degrees, right? You have combat
it 3?
damage of 9.
Oh yeah,
and
it
it
changed.
beats it,
ours.
and then 10 more.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
Actually, it's a crit, isn't it?
It,
Combat defense double is 18,
yeah.
Type 1 critical, increase base damage by 2 before multiplication.
which means
Alright,
base
alright,
damage is
so-
7. So 3 times 7 is 14, 21 damage.
21 damage. Alright. That's some numbers I can get around.
Do something.
Alright, 9 takes the... takes 9 off of 21.
11.
It's 11. And I'll take a injury. which takes 4 off. 11 damage, which then makes it 7 damage, making it... I'm trying to think.
Shouldn't be that complicated.
Yeah, I know. Well, injury takes away your endurance.
Yes.
Yeah, so 11 take 4 is 7.
Yeah, she takes 7 damage.
12 take 7
Fine.
is 5. Yeah. There you go.
Now let the king go slay you.
Yeah.
Alright, so Nadia basically, I suppose, like, attacks while Prague's like scrambling back, grabbing his shield, like deflecting slightly as he like stumbles and
Yeah.
sprains an ankle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, she will get down on her knee and say, "My liege, he is all yours to defeat."
Well,
Or your grace. Sorry.
Yeah.
can't quite get there, but
Charge.
to ignore Nadia. She just walks slowly, sort of a charge. That's double move, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charge
double move.
fuck that, yeah. As he charges with the large warhammer
Sure. It's
to
gonna suck.
hurt
To all hell.
hurt you with all of his rage.
Yeah.
Just a great action, just charge.
Yeah.
All right.
26.
That would be a type 2 critical.
Yep.
Would it increase base damage by 4?
Yeah. I'll just take a wound. At no point.
Yep. And the armor you're wearing
Yeah.
also gets damaged because it's a powerful bludgeoning. So it is 3 less armor now.
3 less armor rating, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
He's very adept with fighting with a warhammer.
Yeah, sure.
Smashes it down
Alright.
on Haggis's arm.
Yeah. Sure.
I guess gets to move.
Yeah, Halcus will fight back.
Normally or cautiously?
You know, I'm down to 5 die at this point.
Down to what most good knights use,
Yeah,
like
that's
awesome
good
knights.
use. What is cautiously raises your defense?
You lose 1 dice but gain 3 combat defense,
Gain 3 combat defense.
which of course is 6 versus criticals.
Might be worth it at this point.
Yeah, so lose a die
Down to 4.
down to 4.
Remember, you also have the -1 from an injury.
Yep, I had a
Also, of course, you
Just
can make
plus
channels
1
out
anyway.
the
Of course, you can also make this more work in our favour with, of course, the Targaryens were originally they were defending their claim.
But yeah, I'll do that. Okay,
that,
only
that doesn't. I mean,
only
that actually
took out
hits,
1.
yeah.
why did
But
that
that's 1 degree.
why did that only reroll?
It just only shows if the
You rolled a
the
lot
reroll
of
was
ones.
lower.
Yeah, I rolled a
The
lot of
reroll
ones.
is bigger than it's
Yeah,
so
sucked.
that hits, but for nothing.
Yeah.
It's scraping off the armor. Nadia. I have a feeling that if this guy finishes him off, he might not be too kind.
Mm.
You could assist the king.
She will assist the king.
That will give him, I believe, another +1, or how does it work?
I will go down to assist.
I think that bonus-
Doing an assist, which is aim, cautious attack, where's assist?
Assist a lesser action. You can assist an ally on his test. If I have a test shows see and hear you, you grant 1/2 your ability die as bonus die. So, if you have
How much fighting does Nadia have? 4?
Fighting, she has 4, yeah.
yeah,
She
so
grants 2 bonus die.
Yeah.
Which means he has as many bonus die as die.
Is maximum.
Wow.
You cannot exceed unless you're using destiny points.
Yeah.
Well, he seems pissed, especially when he sees the little scarf hanging there.
Oh, great.
Sort of grumbles, staggered for a little moment as he sees it before he strikes again.
Yeah.
Only
All
one
right.
of the things. All right. Yeah, I
Sure.
believe that's a type 2 critical again.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
just take a wound. Thank you. This sucks.
You may want to just accept, because at this point you are not going through with this anymore. You
No,
may
at
want
this
to just
point.
accept being knocked out.
Yeah, this will be a yield.
You will accept his hurt, or will you take a wound and yield?
I'll take a wound and yield.
Right, how do you yield?
As Harkus
Basically
takes.
smacks you over the hammer. And also your armor
Yeah.
takes 4 more.
Yeah.
4 more.
As,
Holes in it.
As the king kind of hits Harkus in the chest and sends him flying backwards, Harkus just drops his sword and holds his hand up and shouts, "Yield!"
You can do it also a bit theatrically, perhaps.
And it shouts, "Oh no, House Targaryen just can't, not Targaryen, yeah, Targaryen, cannot withstand the might of House Baratheon,
They cannot withstand the fury.
cannot withstand the fury,
The
the
yield
power."
our claims.
Nadia?
Assist the king. Feels.
Alright. Alright.
I mean, you can also reinforce the surrender, maybe get him to...
How?
Just be like, the pitiful dog surrenders.
Have
The
you?
king doesn't seem any more calmed down by the words.
You know, he's dressed like the guy who raped the woman he loved,
Yeah, I know.
and you have her
Oh, hell's
scarf
gone to
as
shit.
well. You know, she can whisper, "Your Grace, the battle is over."
The foul tyrant is defeated.
Nadia doing that. Well, hold it for a moment as he looks at her. Says, "Then what should we do with this dog? What is a just punishment for this kind of royal mockery?" He raises the hammer slowly.
Well, you're never gonna get knighted.
Nope.